For 300,000 years, the human species operated under a single survival strategy that effectively balanced resource extraction with environmental limits. This model relied on harvesting wild flora and pursuing the kinetic energy of moving prey. For nearly 300 millennia, we were foragers. This era offered high dietary diversity, significant leisure time, and egalitarian social structures. It was a stable, low-density system that maximized individual health. Our ancestors functioned as part of the landscape, intimately tied to animal migrations and the natural seasonal cycles of wild plants. This strategy was perfectly optimized for individual well-being and long-term environmental equilibrium. Roughly 12,000 years ago, that global baseline shifted. In isolated pockets around the world, humans simultaneously altered their relationship with the Earth. This map shows the independent centers where foragers began to settle permanently and cultivate specific crops. Humans stopped chasing calories and began engineering them in one place. We transitioned from scavengers of the landscape to managers of it. Experimental gardens near waste dumps evolved into the first permanent agricultural settlements, dense, rigid structures built to stay. This shift tethered human populations to specific coordinates on the map, trading mobility for a commitment to local soil. History often frames this as a moment of human mastery over nature. From a biological perspective, however, the crops may have mastered us. Domestication functioned as a genetic strategy for plants. Species like wheat and rice used humans to eliminate their competitors and expand their geographic range. For the individual farmer, the toll was heavy. Skeletons from early farming sites show higher rates of joint disease, stunted growth from monotonous diets, and the physical degradation of grueling labor. Individuals traded their personal health and freedom for the genetic proliferation of a few specific species of grass. Human societies accepted this harder, sicker lifestyle because of the raw mechanical advantage of agricultural energy production. Farming generated a caloric surplus, excess food energy beyond what the individual worker needed to survive. While a forager needs vast territory to survive, a single square mile of farmland feeds 10 times as many people. This caloric surplus drove a massive population surge. Between 10,000 and 1000 BCE, the global human headcount climbed from 6 million to 120 million. Agriculture degraded the quality of life for the individual while maximizing the raw numbers of the species. The surplus created a division of labor problem. Because one farmer could now provide calories for 10 people, the other 9 were available for other tasks. This enabled specialized labor. A new class of artisans, builders, and administrators emerged, supported by food they did not grow themselves. Massive grain stores required management. Societies needed a way to track ownership, taxes, and distributions across large, dense populations. Early writing systems emerged as a mechanical tool for the accounting of agricultural goods. These tablets functioned as the spreadsheets of the ancient world. The core structures of early civilization functioned as administrative responses to the logistical burden of the caloric surplus. Stored grain is a stationary, high-value target. Protecting that energy required permanent physical defenses, like walls, and the formation of standing armies. The need for military commanders to defend the grain and administrators to distribute it drove the creation of social stratification. This stratification centralized power into a new hierarchy, birthing the first states and the institution of kingship. By the time these structures were in place, the trap was absolute. The population had grown too numerous for the wild environment to sustain. Planet Earth lacked the volume of wild food required to support a population of 100 million people. Foraging was no longer a viable alternative. The transition to farming functioned as a trap, a point of no return, that bound the human species to the logistics and hierarchies of the state.